second. Well, shouldn't it be, instead of 60 seconds equals 1 minute, shouldn't it be 1 minute equal to 60 seconds? Well, isn't 60 seconds equal to 1 minute? And is it 1 minute equal to 60 seconds? So can I just like put one on one side and one on the other side of the equal sign? Could I do that? Does it change the trueness of the statement? No. No, it doesn't. But guess what? That's how conversion factors work. It doesn't matter how you set it up as long as you set it up for what you want. So let me show you the wonderful way to convert. I hope you're paying attention. All right, here's the thing. In order to set this up, first of all, everything has to be multiplied together. And I'm not going to use my thing. I'm going to just stand up here and do it. All right, because then you can see what I'm doing. Come on, board. Yay. Okay. Now, to set up a ratio, it has to look in this form like a fraction. So is everybody okay with fractions? Yeah. You have a problem with fractions? Okay. So I'll make sure that when we're talking about them that I clarify with you three, 1, 2, 3, to make sure that you guys are comfortable. Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Now, all I want to do is get from kilometers per hour to meters per second. The way I do this is I set up my conversion factors. And guess what? Just like I can take the 60 minutes and the hour and switch them, I can do that with the fractions here so that I get what I want on the top and the bottom. So I can take my, because I'm going to set these as fractions. Okay? Here's the first one. I want to go from kilometers to meters. So I'm going to use this conversion factor. Okay? But remember this basic thing about fractions. If you have something on the top of a fraction and something on the bottom of the fraction, what happens to that object?
They both have to change.
They don't change, but they what? No, you don't switch them. What happens if you have the same object on the top and the bottom of a fraction?
You can't.
They cancel. They don't. It's like 1. Just like 5 over 5 is equal to, and then 6 over 6 is equal to, 100 over 100 is equal to. Dante, what's 17 over 17 equal to? Were you paying attention? 1. Good. All right. Now, A over A is equal to, what about kilometers over the kilometers? 1 is equal to 1. Okay? So that's how these conversion things work. So watch. I want in the end meters. So what's going to be on the top of my fraction? Meters. Meters has to be on the top. So when I write this as a fraction, what's going to be on the top? This or this?
The meters.
Meters. Why? Why meters on the top?
Because you want meters.
Because you want meters. And meters has to stay in the top. Watch what happens when I write it that way. Okay? I'm going to put meters on the top. 1,000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. What happens to kilometers? I got a kilometer on the top and a kilometer on the...
They cancel out.
And they cancel out. Right. So if they cancel out, what happens to this? It stays. And in the very end, it's where it's supposed to be. You got it?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's set up the other 2 ratios for don't do that. Let's set up the 2 ratios for time. Got it? How are you feeling about this, Diamond? Good? Jai? Dante? Good? You sure? No? Okay. Ask the question if you don't understand. All right. How am I going to set up? Use this one. We're great with that. What about this one? How am I going to set this one up so that I get seconds on the bottom and the end?
Put hours on the top.
Okay, I heard put hours on the top and then minutes on the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do that. And let's see if it works out. Hours on the top, so 1 hour. And then minutes on the bottom, 60 minutes. What questions do you have for me so far?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, I have a
Kamari,
question.
yes.
Wouldn't you have to put minutes on the top?
We're not ready yet. We just made a guess. That's all.
Okay.
So if we'll go through that once we set it all up together. All right. We use this one, and now the last one is seconds and minutes. Which one goes on the top? Which one goes on the bottom?
Seconds.
Seconds go on the bottom because in the end, seconds is on the bottom. So we're going to put 60 seconds on the bottom and 1 minute on the top. Now, here's the beauty. I'll take a second for you to write it down, and I'm going to show you the beauty of these conversion ratios. Right, y'all. What questions do you have for me, Dante? None? Okay. Diamond?
No.
None? Jai?
None.
None? Okay. Anybody else? Because those were the three that were having issues with fractions, so I want to make sure that they're okay. But if anybody else has questions, let me know. All right. Watch this. What do I want in the end?
Meters over seconds.
Meters over seconds. So that means that everything else has to do what? Cancel out. Watch this. Kilometers. It's in the top. Is it also in the bottom?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is. What about hours?
Yes, it's on the top.
It's on the bottom here and the
top.
top here. They cancel.
Oh.
What about meters? Is there anything to cancel meters on the bottom? Nope. Is there anything to cancel minutes?
Yes.
Yes, it's right here. All right. And then, is there anything to cancel seconds?
No.
No.
Oh,
So what's left?
1,000 meters over 60 seconds.
Now watch this. The units appear like they should. Meters and seconds. But now we have two more steps left. We have to treat this like a gigantic fraction and multiply all of the top numbers, all of the bottom numbers, and then do the division to get this in meters per second. Okay? Got that? Do we need to write those steps down, or you think you can follow them?
We can follow.
If you can't follow them, raise your hand. Okay, Lalea, do you want to practice just working with them, or do you want them written down? Okay. So I'll write them down. Can I write them down here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing I need to do is to finish this. Number 1, multiply all the numerator.
She wants to
So we're going to multiply everything in the numerator. 261 times 1,000 times 1 times 1. We know 1 times 1 is just 1, so we don't really need to do that. So give me 261 times 1,000 times 1 times 1. What is it?
261,000.
261. Yay. Is there another 0?
Yes.
All right. Then step number 2, Lalea, for you. Multiply numerator. Multiply denominator. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be 1 second. It's gonna be 1, right?
Nope. Because look, 1 times 1 times
60.
3,600.
is 3,600.
Oh.
72.
All right.
I thought those canceled out.
No, they don't. If it was on the top, it would. If there was a 60 on the top, it would. And believe it or not, there may be a factor in here. No, I don't think in 1,000. I don't think there's a factor in 60 and 1,000. But if you had 120, there may be something in here that you could cancel it out. If you separated it and it's like prime factorization, you could do some canceling. But we're not going to go that far because at the end, we're just going to do this division. When I do this division, it's going to give me this over 1 anyway. All right? Now, the last step, divide.
Your answer.
Oh,
Numerator.
oh, Diamond, don't say that.
It's
And-
right.
All right, divide numerator and the denominator. Lalea, how you feeling? Good so far? All right, any questions so far? Can I take this phone call?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
72.5.
Hold your britches. I'll be right back. Hi, this is Miss Annie.
Why would I tell you?
You told me before.
I know. I changed it.
Let's go. Yeah. Girl, you had to answer.
That's
All right, hear me back one time.
I'm tired.
Thank you. Did it stop recording?
Give it to me. No.
Okay.
I just got tired. I had to sit down for a
Okay,
second.
sir.
Give
You
me.
can't do that.
Give
I gotta
me.
actually- All right. So the last step is to divide the numerator and denominator. How do you put this in a calculator? Because I don't feel like doing this out. Y'all answer it.
1,000.
Okay.
3,600.
Right. So when you put this in a calculator, let me show you how to put it in a calculator.
No, girl.
When you put it in a calculator, here's my board calculator. When you put the fraction in the calculator, you put it in as you see it. So you put in 2, 6. I'm sorry, I'll wait. I don't want to be rude and interrupt your conversation. Okay. I'm going to put in the 261,000 and divide, because that fraction bar means to do what? Divide. Divide. And then I'm going to put in the 3600. And that's going to be 72.5.
Can we round it?
Okay. I would suggest for this particular one, you could, so we could round it to the nearest whole number, which would make it what? 73. So this would be, and I'm going to use the squiggly lines. The reason why is because it's about, you know, it just means that we rounded it. 73, and what are the units?
Meters over seconds.
Meters over seconds, which is about 73 meters per second. That's how we usually write
That's the
our
same
speeds.
thing.
Yes, same thing. Different format, the same thing. All right. Are there any questions about this process? We're gonna do another one, but instead of using the top speed of the Lotus, we're gonna use the Lotus Evra. We're gonna use the running speed of a cheetah.
Yes.
You wanna watch the video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's always a mystery to me about cheetahs. Like, how is it that they run so fast?
That's fine.
But
Straight.
they were engineered to run that fast. Their bodies were created to be there. Okay, so let's take a look at a video, and then we'll do the top speed of a running cheetah. We can compare that to the car. Are there any questions? Let me see this. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Goodbye. What questions do you have for me? Everybody cool?
You go check the homework.
Yes, sir, I am. All right. Cheetahs are better.
Oh, no, y'all
All right. Go ahead, Kamari.
don't